Hey everyone, welcome back to part 4 of Let This Dream Be Forever. Lord, it has been a while, I guess. Goddamn. Also, Happy New Year's. Even though it's pretty late by the time I'm editing this. Yeah, let's start, shall we? Alright, today's Saturday, and I have to go to school. So today's already started with something good. On the other hand, the school of this world is quite pleasant to go to. But today, my plan was to have a good time with Sayori and prepare for the festival. In the morning, we contact each other by phone, so after a while, I was already waiting for my friend outside. I wonder, is she always late just by accident or because of depression? Damn, when do I get to deal with this? I think that after the festival, it would be ideal to start to seriously address the problem of girls' problems. Soon I heard a loud sound from the side of Sayori's house. Hey! Yes, from afar, it was clear that her mood was wonderful. I'm sure that before she left the house, her mood was much worse. Good to see you again. Ready to take me shopping?
Certainly. I will remind you of all the stores.
Okay. Just don't scream so loud.
Okay. This is why I'm very happy to take this walk with you.
She really cares so much about her time with me. I will definitely do my best to make her feel better. And I wasn't given any other options. On the bus, it was decided to go to the farthest store, moving on to closer ones to our house. How did you sleep today?
More or less good. Why do you ask?
Well, it's just that concentrated work awaits us today, so I'm interested. I answered lies, although Sayori didn't seem to notice my lie, and I don't know for sure if she lied. Still wondering if she has trouble sleeping. I know for sure that it's terribly difficult for her to get up in the morning because she does not even see the point in it. But maybe keeps getting up for the protagonist? Perhaps that is the way it is. Seriously, we do not communicate much on the bus to the city, but simply enjoy a quiet ride sitting side by side. And again, like yesterday, I give up my seat by the window, so I happily look at the flickering landscape, but we were driving so fast so we could see a lot of things. Sometimes she will call me and point out the mirror window. Sometimes she will call me and point at the window, trying to point out something interesting. Well, I watch Sayori's behavior with a smile, marveling at her sincere joy in her surroundings. Still, we found ourselves in this first store on the list to where we needed to buy the missing items. Fortunately, we had to take a little from there, so we didn't have to waste much. While I was in my dreams of Sayori, we made our way from one place to another. It seems that my answers to all the girls' everyday questions were more medical than deliberate and verified. I relaxed and didn't want to think about anything right now. Finally, some peace come to me after so much time. So much time. Sorry seems to have noticed how I answered something automatically and then did not attach much importance to questions, but she didn't show it off. I need to reassure her about this. How happy are you with today's walk?
Very much. I've been waiting for this opportunity since my last walk with you in the park.
And I'm so joyful today that even our dialogue seems somehow simple, meaningless to me. In a good way, of course. I'm not sure exactly, but it looks like I managed to inspire a little confidence in her, as she no longer swears that I'm not interested in her conversations. But they are really interesting to me. But now, I'm not in a position to think over her phrases and completely respond to them. Having collected all sorts of things that seemed to us the most suitable, we headed to the last store, which was not far from our homes. There we had to take the most And you know, this is the situation where things are not heavy, but some are very uncomfortable that will be better if they were heavier and simpler in shape. With some effort of will, Sawyer and I managed to drag everything we brought to my house. There we immediately sat down to rest on the sofa, pleased with ourselves. Do you want to drink tea before starting working?
I don't mind.
With that attitude, we made our way to the kitchen. Sari sat down at one of the chairs and putting her hands together and rested her head on them, started to watch my actions. She looked funny and cute at the same time. After a while, after making mint tea, I sat next to Sayuri. She immediately raised the mug to her mouth, but then record sharply.
Hot! Why is the tea so hot?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have dialed it. Yeah, I should have asked her about what temperature tea is more pleasant for her. I'd say get some cold water and dilate her tea.
Hey, why is the tea so bitter?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have sweetened it. In fact, there's an interesting story here about how I came to drink tea without sweetening or diluting it. At first, everything was fine, but then suddenly became very lazy to put sugar in my tea every time. Then I just stopped doing it, and the tea still tastes good to me. But one day I became too lazy to dilute the tea. Then I just poured boiling water in the tea back in a mug, leaving it to stand for a while so that it had time to brew and cool. This is my story drinking tea. Should have asked my friend about all this, but I just forgot.
How do you even drink this tea?
I'm used to it.
Have you always drunk it like this? I remember that you like to drink a completely different tea.
It's not that I don't like the sweet and dilate version of this drink, but only if someone else pours it for me. Here's my taste out of laziness. Sayuri, you and I had a period when we almost didn't communicate, but during this time, a lot has changed. I had to lie, but the lie wasn't evil.
Should at least ask me what kind of tea I want.
I got up to sugar Sayuri's tea. This whole situation seemed funny, so even though we may seem strange at this time, I can say with confidence that for us, it was all fun. Here you go, this tea, everything should be better. Perfect. Thanking me, she immediately began to drink the contents of the mug.
Wait, what about the sweet?
Ah, what a shame. I had to accept and once again get up on the table for the sake of the girl, but still, I didn't mind taking care of her. After that, we were sitting nicely and chatting about everything, drinking delicious tea and eating it with sweets. By the way, my guest was able to beg me for more than one piece, so there were quite a few candy wrappers on the table. Fortunately, I could control myself in this regard. After finishing up a snack, we went to my room to finally get to work. I didn't really want to do this, but the sooner we start, the sooner we finish. We were given easy tasks. Think, just like in the game, it would be nice to have Natsuki and Yuri. But anyway, looking at everything that Suri and I bought, I was convinced that my help would come in handy. Took some time to sort out the necessary parts. Starting with all this should turn out wonderful. We also need to make cards for Natsuki's cupcakes. And in general, all this work is reminiscent of what Yuri should be doing.
And to work on the designs.
Very exclamedly sharply after we finished unpacking our purchases.
Do you have ideas?
In fact, I did quite well in this design. For several years, I've been studying progress on this topic. At the same time, I had to join the local community, getting acquainted with a bunch of other people's work. By the way, these works were most often stunning, so some kind of taste in design started after watching a lot of other people's work. But I wouldn't say that I really like my own works. Of course, I have works which are very sunk into the soul, and I'm still proud of them, but there are very few of them. Now I have to leave this area of design a little in favor of a slightly different one. We're offering many types of decoration and expression, various ideas. They look at me with a surprise, then with a smile. I believe for the main character wasn't so active for her, so she is surprised. Still, it's strange that when I got here, my behavior was not corrected for others as normal. but the rest kinda worked out for me. I think at least my appearance, there are no complaints about it, but it's clearly different from the one that the main character should have. Okay, but there's something interesting in this. It gives me pleasure to surprise everyone around with my originality. The last main character was terribly boring and strange, although I'm partly like that. In my world, it began to slowly lose this uniqueness in people, and not only in people. But now it seems when I get into a new world, I again want to succeed in everything. Now I don't want to sit somewhere on the sidelines. Now everything is different. And everyone notices this, and therefore they are surprised at my behavior, my actions.
We're doing well.
It wasn't the first story I had said something like that. I would like to see how everything will look already at school, and even with the efforts of the other girls.
Really want to try and fix all the cupcakes here.
Wait, all these goodies won't be for you? But for the guest? Well, only if something remains on the tables after the others. That's right, the cupcakes will be placed on the desk. If there aren't enough guys to fill all the desks, then the 5 of us will get apart after the end of the event. Do you think everything will go smoothly?
Eh? Yeah. We're now putting a lot of effort and love into our work.
Her enthusiasm was transferred to me a little, so I calmed down a bit, but I still had doubts about the disruption of our performances. Are you worried?
No. Well, if only a little. As long as I'm here with you, it's nothing to worry about. But when I go out in front of a bunch of people...
Then Sari became thoughtful, and imagined all this. Strangers eat delicious cupcakes while are great, so you recite a poem about sadness or joy. This is fun. This is really how it's going to be.
I didn't want to let Month cut down, so I give it my all, even if I had to overcome myself.
You're right. I hope your motivation will pass to all of us.
Thanks. I look forward to an incredible performance from you too.
So let's just hope everything goes smoothly. Answer at the end with a kind of a crazy smile. This answers more or less satisfied the girl, so the same work continued. And journal finished with the sign a long time ago, and now we were already working on postcards for cupcakes. And I feel that the work was drawing to a close, we were already giving ourselves the freedom to be lazy. Finally, after a lot of discussions and fun, we finished our part of the preparation for the festival of Sayuri. I examined all of our works and was amazed. Did it really turn out so well? Now, if some idiots interrupt everything, I kicked them out of my class myself. Hope the rest of the girls did their job even better, because then a lot of people would definitely come to us. It won't be only because of the cupcakes. Well, that's all for today. Or you want to stay with me for a while?
I want to go do homework, but after I labor, I can use a rest, so I'll stay.
After everything unnecessary was removed and everything needed was neatly collected in a heap, we carried it to the kitchen and we hurried to the sit on the sofa in the living room. It seemed that we were just sitting for a long time in silence. Shall we turn on the TV?
Let's do it.
With the TV, the silence was completely gone. Ah, that's better. And I even forgot about all the girls' upcoming problems. No, I think I remember. After a while, we again went to the kitchen, but this time we planned to have a good meal. I started to create something similar to dinner. Sari started helping me, even though with her cooking skills it was quite dangerous. But in her company, it would obviously not be boring. After the cooking was completed, we sat down to devour these goodies. Our sweet conversation got me thinking about the two of us. Everything between us is pretty easy, and it's not bad, it's amazing. Sarah really enjoys while she spends time with the main character, right? But then another thought came. If a girl always loves the main character, then why am I here at all? Someone else were in my place, she would love him too. And it turns out that the true me is absolutely indifferent to her, and all that she is drawn to me is my position. Neither my qualities, nor appearances, nor everything else that belongs to me, she absolutely does not care. I'm the main character, that's the only thing she needs, right? This is why she spends time with me, this is her behavior. just like in the game. What is this feeling? Huh. How can there be real communication here? This Slack itself is already somehow unreal. No one needs my qualities. Everyone needs only the fact that I'm here in the main role. Wait, everything's fine. My guesses don't always have to be right, do they? I don't really know what reality I'm in. Maybe it all works as if I have always lived here. But a huge part of my character and memory of what was before was cut off to me. Who knows the answers to all the questions? Oh crap. And what should I do? Try to prove that I'm not just a main character, but also worth something myself? Win the love and trust of the girl my myself? What's the point if everything has already been done for me? I can't even believe it. As usual, there was such a strange feeling in your chest when you are in anticipation of something and are unpleasantly worried. But my excitement now was 10 times more powerful than usual. And how can I not show it to Sayori? I can't. I just can't spoil this beautiful day with such thoughts and some unnecessary actions. But Sayori didn't notice my tension. Maybe because I looked about the same tense before? No, I was relaxed and cheerful. And yet, despite this, we continued to have fun chatting. And that unexpected moment always comes when fun and pleasant evening come to an end. The same happened in our case. After a good meal and some more chatting, the girl made it clear that she needed to have time to do her homework. But my thoughts were not at all about the homework at the time. I hurried over to the girl who was already putting on her shoes.
Thanks for today. Haven't had this much fun in a long time.
Yeah, I can say the same about myself. Thank you. Hope we get together again sometime.
Yep.
After that, Sayori ran to hug me. Then Sayori left the house and disappeared behind the door. And I, it seemed, stood at the door for some more time, scrolling through the day in my head. My thoughts were only based on what I had guessed while having tea with Sayori. Much as I would not like to forget about it, more and more new unrest arose in my head. But wait, my actions changed the environment. Everything happens in a new way in this world, so I still mean something here. But whatever was just taken and thrown into the body of this guy who has been Sayori's friend since childhood and all that. I had a place in this world, and it was possible to take it only by removing someone else from this world? Wait, so in my reality, this guy lives in my body? No. Too many things that could just be random. And in general, there's no certainty that I took someone's place by chance. Thinking about all this made my brain feel weird. Maybe the head was just hard to worry about something like this anymore. I hope that tomorrow it won't bother me anymore. Tomorrow will be Sunday. Perhaps I will spend it in a pleasant isolation, relaxing and not thinking about any crap. Alright, I guess that's the end of the day. Yeah, we're gonna go by days now. Good read. And nothing much. Toki Toki Literature Cup. Here we go. Yeah! It's lame.